So we are maintaining the amount, which is 7,200, multiplying 0.20, which is also going to give us 7,200 multiplying 0.20, which is going to be 1,440. So this is 2014. We have to balance it off. Those are the depreciation that was being calculated for the first asset, second, third, and fourth. So the total is going to be 1,440 plus 1,800 plus 1,000 plus 1,200, which is going to give us 5,440. So this is for 2014. So we are going to calculate for the 2015 too, and I'm going to do it from this side. So in 2015, an asset was also sold off. Asset number 2 was sold off. So let me write the dates and the CD sign here. So since asset number 1 has been disposed of, we are not going to include it in 2015 because now we are having 3 assets, not 4 assets. So we are going to start with the asset number 2, and asset number 2 has been also disposed of by selling it as scrap. So the date that was being sold off was also 30th June 2015. 30th June 2015. That's when the asset was disposed. So that's how we are going to record it. 30th June, which is 06 2015. Number 2, which months 2. So it's going to be, since it was being disposed of on 30th June, it means that they use the assets before the 30th June. So you have to know that the number of months that asset was used before disposed of in the year 2015. So January, February, March, April, May, June. June is being included because June ends at 30th. So the full month was being used. So the asset was used for 6 months. So you have to calculate for the 6 months on the asset. So 6 on 12 multiplied by 5,000, the amount times the rate, 0.20 is equal to. So the calculator is going to work here. 6 divided by 12, which is going to be 0.5 multiplying 5,000 times 0.20, which is going to give us 500. Then 2015. Then we go to the next asset, which is asset number 3. It wasn't disposed of, so we are still maintaining them. Asset number 3, which was purchased on 1st, 7th, 2013. Number 3. And in 2015, it's also going to be used for the full year. So 9,000 multiplying 0.20, which will be equal to 8,800. And also the asset number 4, 2013. Asset number 4 Also full year, it was 7,200 multiplying 0.20, which one is also equal to 1440. So the total for 2015 is going to be 500 plus 1440 plus 1800, which is equal to 3,740. So this is the amount of depreciation on the 2015. This is the amount, 3,740. So now, since we are done with the workings, we are now coming to do the T account. So you see how the workings is being done. Very arrangeable, step by step for the workings. So we are going to use the total of the years to do the T account for the accumulated. We are going to add them. So you can easily do the calculation, but you have to do it according to the principles, which is the T account. So let's do the T account. So accumulated depreciation, let me write it here. Accumulated account. So let me draw the T account. Draw it very nicely. Your dates, your city sign, dates, DR and CR. So when we are dealing with accumulated depreciation, we are going to introduce profit and loss. So all the depreciation that we have calculated, they are all going to the profit and loss. They are all going to the profit and loss. So we are going to see profit and loss in here. So the first provision that we made, or accumulated depreciation that we calculated, we are going to name it profit and loss. That's what you are going to name it. So it's going to be 31st of December 2011 profit and loss. So you credit profit and you credit accumulated depreciation in the name of profit and loss, and you debit profit and loss in the name of what? Accumulated depreciation account. So this is how it's going to be done. So the first amount that we had was 2,600. 2,600. So 2,600. That was the first one. And since there is no other depreciation that was calculated for, we have to balance it off by introducing balance carry down 12 December 2011, balance carry down, which is 2,600. We balance it off like this. So when you balance it off like this, you carry the carry down to be brought down on 1st January 2012. It's going to 2012. Balance brought down is 26,000. In 2012, we have profit and loss, which is 31st 12 December 2012 profit and loss, which is going to be 2,600. So when we check 2012, we had 2011 we had 2,600. 2012 we had 2,600. That's why we are recording we are recording 2,600 here. So both in addition is going to be 2,600 multiplied by 2 is going to be 5,200. Since no asset was introduced or no depreciation was introduced, we are going to balance it off. And balance carry down 2012. Balance carry down is 5,200. Balance it off. Then we carry the balance carry down to brought down to be 1st January 2013. Balance brought down, which is 5,200. And in 2013, we calculated for depreciation, which is going to be 31st 12 2013 profit and loss, and there's the amount 3,860 in 2013. 3,860. We are going to balance it off, so the total is going to be plus 3,860, which is 9060, and no asset was being disposed of, so we are going to balance it off. So you have to introduce balance carry down 2013 balance carry down, which is 9060. Balance it off, and we carry it here to be brought down on 1st January 2014. Balance brought down, which is 9060. In 2014, no accumulation was made. 2014, an accumulation was made, yes, which was 5,440. 5,000. So 31st 12 2014 profit and loss, that was 5,440. And 5,440, a disposal was made. And the disposal, for us to get a disposal that was made, we have to calculate for the accumulated disposal for the assets, which is asset number 1. So let me introduce this. Total accumulated. Let me show you how you are going to calculate it. Accumulated depreciation for asset number 1. So you see, when we started in 2011, the first asset amount. In 2012, the first asset amount. In 2013, the first asset amount, plus 2014, the first asset, the number 1 asset amount. You add all of them, which is going to give you your accumulated depreciation for the asset number. So you calculate it to the point where it was being disposed. So it's going to be 1,600 plus 1,600 plus 1,600. That's 3 plus 1,200, which is going to be, so you see, 1,600, 1,600, 1,600, 1,200. So which is going to give you 1600 multiplied by 3 will give us this plus 1200, which is 6000. So disposal, when did it happen? It happened on 31st 12 2014. Disposal, which is 1600. Since the credit side is bigger than the debit side, you have to get a difference and make it dots carry down. So let's find the total of here. So 31st 12 2014, balance carry down. So let's see, 90 plus 60 plus 5440 give us 14,500. 14,500 minus 66,000, that will give us 85,000. 14,500. So now our balance brought down is going to be first 2015 balance brought down is going to be 8,500. And in 2015 another asset was disposed and we had an accumulation for it. So in 2015 the depreciation total is going to be 31st 12 2015, which is profit and loss, which was 3,740. It's going to give us 8,500 plus 3,740, which is equal to 1,240. And we made a disposal on 2015, so we have to also calculate for the disposal on that asset. So total accumulated depreciation for assets number 2. That one is the same process. So when you see the workings, we are going to add the asset number 2, the first on 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. So 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 500, and it's going to give us, so 1,000 multiplied by 4 will give us 4,000 plus 500, which will give us 4,500. So on 30th 2015 disposal was 4,500. And since the credit side is bigger, we have to introduce carry down balance carry down, which will be the difference of this 4,500 and 12,240. 240, which is going to be 7,740. So now we have balanced it off. So balance 31st, 12, 2016. Balance brought down is 7,440. So we know that in 2016, there is a depreciation that we have gotten in that 2016. The asset that we are sending to 2016, this is how it has been depreciated. So that's all about the accumulated depreciation. It's all about the accumulated depreciation. And see how it has been done step by step. This is how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to do the step by step for the profit and the disposal account. For the disposal account. So these are the three accounts that we are going to introduce. The assets we are done, and we have done the accumulated, and we are going to do the disposal.